cell wall is a layer of polysaccharides that lay outside the plasma membrane of cells of plants, fungi, and bacteria. In the algae and higher plants, it consists mainly of cellulose. What cellulose is a structural carbohydrate and it is considered a complex sugar. This is because it is used in both protection and structure. The cell wall in plants maintains the shape of the plant cells, supports and strengthens the plant, resists water pressure, controls cell growth, regulates metabolic processes for the plant. It also acts like a physical barrier for the plant and is also stored carbohydrates and helps with cell-to-cell signaling. The cell wall is a tough yet flexible layer that surrounds the cell membrane of plant cells. The plant cell wall is multi-layered and consists of up to 3 sections. From the outermost layer of the cell wall, these layers are identified as the middle lamella, primary cell wall, and a secondary cell wall. But not all plants have a secondary cell wall. The middle lamella is an outer cell wall layer that contains polysaccharides called pectins. Pectins aid in adhesion by helping the cell walls of adjacent cells to bind to one another. The primary cell wall is a membrane developed on the surface of the cell plate. Generally, the primary wall is formed in the developing cells. In many types of cells, it is only the wall. The primary cell wall consists of cellulose, pectic compounds, and non-cellulosic polysaccharides. Usually, it is associated with living protoplasm. The walls of dividing and growing meristematic cells are primary, may change its shape and volume according to the growth of young protoplast. This wall is not uniformly thickened and may maintain its thickness and unevenness or be alternately thickened and thin. The changes that occur are reversible. The secondary wall is usually in many fully developed cells. Further thickening of cell wall occurs. It then becomes a secondary cell wall. It may be considered a supplementary wall whose principal function is mechanical. Generally, the cells with secondary walls are devoid of protoplasm at maturity. They are the most characteristic of cells that are highly specialized and undergo irreversible changes in their development. However, cells with active living protoplasm, such as the xylem ray cells, may also have a secondary wall. The secondary wall is laid over the primary wall except the pit membranes. It covers much less of the primary wall. It only forms as rings, spiral bands, and bars. The secondary wall is much more larger than the primary. This wall may also consist of cellulose or mixtures of cellulose and non-cellulosic polysaccharides. Prokaryotic cells do not contain a nucleus or any membrane-bound organelle, unlike eukaryotic cells. The only organisms with prokaryotic cells belong to the domains bacteria and archaea. Eukaryotic cells are usually protista, fungi, plants, and animals. Bacteria would be a prokaryotic cell. A virus is neither prokaryotic or eukaryotic. A few additional structures make plant and animal cells different. This includes chloroplasts, the cell wall, and vacuoles.